of Muppet Monday! Oh, wait a minute, where the hell am I? Oh yeah, I'm in my room, just a little change of location. Which one do you like better? Any whore. So, I got a couple of requests online to talk about a very, very, very touchy subject. Kermit and Miss Piggy broke up? What? Yeah, on August 4th, they both apparently released joint statements announcing that they had quote-unquote terminated their relationship. I'm gonna be super honest, I was really shocked that this became such a big thing on the internet. We've heard comments from We've heard comments from people like, no, how could they possibly break up after 40 years? It literally blew up the internet. So many news sites like Time, Washington Post, TV Guide, Extra, E, and so many other sites have commented on how heartbroken everyone on the internet is about this. I mean, there are websites like Hello Giggles, which is mostly about normal relationship or girl stuff, talking about this. And what cracks me up also is they got a whole like hashtag Team Piggy thing going on. They're on Piggy's side, which I'm pretty amused by. Actually, one thing I do like about this publicity is that it has kind of reflected in all like the big breakups that have happened in the last couple weeks. None of which I can name because I don't keep up with that, but that's besides the point. Okay, maybe this is a little weird for me just because I'm one of the few people who have followed this. They've already shown the pilot like a couple of weeks ago, and they even showed the trailer before that, and it clearly showed that Kermit and Miss Piggy were like broken up. So what's the problem here, guys? A lot of people are worried about this, and you know what? I'd be lying if I said that I was worried at all. And the reason for that is because I feel like I've seen this happen over and over and over again. When have these two characters ever had a stable relationship? Like, really? I mean, they've gotten married, supposedly, but then Kermit's like, no, we didn't get married. And then for a long time, Kermit was like, no, we're not in a relationship. Like, if you watch all those talk shows, he's like, no, I don't even know her. No, we're not together. I don't know what you're talking about. Only until a couple of years ago when The Muppets came out was Kermit in all the interviews or whatever like, oh yeah, we're definitely a couple. Oh wait, are you guys upset because this is a big publicity stunt for the TV show? No duh, guys. They're trolling us. They're completely trolling us. I mean, as much as I love these characters, they're not even real at the end of the day. They're puppet characters, and they're wonderful, but let's face it, they wouldn't make a great big publicity blow-up extravaganza like this without some kind of outcome later on. Yes, it's obviously a big thing for publicity, but somehow someone out there thought that this would be a really good idea to produce the show in this way. Lo and behold, they were right, and this is why I'm not in the stock market. Because I would have never predicted something like that blowing up. But then I realized, you know what, this is a good thing, not just because it's generating publicity, but because they're really starting to get us more interested in what's happening between these two characters. By putting these two characters who have bickered and had an on-again, off-again relationship in like forever, and then having Kermit go off and date someone already, by the way Kermit, geez Louise, that was quick, and then having Miss Piggy go off and date/make out with a bunch of other people, we are creating a lot of tension for these two. And that is gonna make this show so much better. Actually, one of my favorite things to come out of this whole publicity stint is the ad with Miss Piggy and Nathan Fillion.
It's your butt. It's super distracting.
I'm so sorry.
No, get out of here.
Sorry.
That's it. Just keep walking.
You go, girl. You slut. Miss Piggy is a slut, okay? I love her, but she is basically like what Rue McClanahan became on the Golden Girls, if Kermit wasn't involved. Seriously, watch The Muppet Show. She is a slut. Anyway, we're getting off topic. And actually, I really like that they're kind of growing, because for the longest time it was Kermit who was like, no, we're not in a relationship, and Miss Piggy was like, oh yes, of course we are. For the longest time it was just a big he said, she said situation. And then if she found him showing the slightest bit of interest in anybody, she would just like knock the crap out of him. But they're not doing that. They're actually becoming mature adults, and I can understand how some people will get thrown off by that, but I'm personally liking it. It's showing that characters and people grow and change over time. And that's exactly why this breakup is working too. Sometimes, you know what? Relationships don't work out. And it seems inevitable. Inevitable.
Inevitable?
Inevitable. Things are ever going to be inevitable. It seems like no matter what, something will work out in the show. They're gonna get back together. together, or at least it'll seem like they will, and then maybe they won't, depending on how successful the show is, of course, but that's why you need to watch it. I'm 90% sure that at some point they'll get back together, yay, but at the same time, you never know. Also, it was really interesting through all this to find out just why it is Kermit likes pigs in the first place.
It's the curly tail. Yeah, it's really, it's fascinating.
Are they actually suggesting that the Muppets have sex? Okay, never mind, that's too dirty. Okay, moving on. Anyway, okay, I do admit that when I was first hearing about all this, I was not surprised and was thinking, oh yeah, they'll definitely get back together. But I'm also happy that people are shocked by this, and it means that they're going to care about these characters even more. It's been really interesting to see the internet care so much about these fictional characters. I think all of us who really enjoy these characters really enjoy watching them bicker, and we enjoy watching what they'll do to each other. The only thing that throws me off a little bit is Kermit's reason why he broke up with Miss Piggy.
We had different important stuff. You know, there were certain things I wanted in my life. She was a little different. I don't really crave the spotlight in the same way, and it was a lot of years of dealing with that.
Yeah, and this is coming from the frog who a long time ago said that he and his friends were going to Hollywood because
we've come to be rich and famous.
Hypocrite. Oh, Kermit, you're just not a good boyfriend whatsoever. Actually, no, you know what? He's not. He's not at all. Have you seen the stuff that he's done to Miss Piggy?
Tell you what I'm going to do, Piggy. I'm going to fire you. Piggy, you are fired. You are fired. Piggy, you are fired. Fired.
What a jerk. I mean, at the end of the day, it's funny when Kermit suffers because of Miss Piggy. And it's also really heartwarming when we see a tender moment between the two.
Maybe you don't need the whole world to love you. Maybe you just need one person.
Okay. They are completely dysfunctional and we love them all the more for it. So I'm enthusiastic to see what happens between these two. I'm excited to see how the relationship between them will develop, and I'm also kind of excited to see how they troll us. But you know what? They've had 40 years of history. They're gonna keep having more and more history. Even after this TV show, I'm sure things will change down the road. So in a nutshell, Kermit, you're kind of a jerk, but at the same time, kudos to you for moving on. And kudos to you, Miss Piggy, for not overreacting to the situation. I mean, I know you're frustrated and maybe you do cry at night, you know. I've been there too, believe me. But at the same time, kudos to the both of you for being professional.
Yeah, well, he stepped on my dreams.
Uh-oh. Ha! Not. Oh, this is gonna be such a good show. I'm so excited about it. All right, so those are my thoughts on Kermit and Miss Piggy and this whole breakup situation. So now my question is, what did you guys think of the breakup? Go ahead and leave your comments below, and also be sure to let me know if there's anything else you want me to talk about next. Thank you so much for watching, everybody, and please be sure to subscribe to my channel and my vlog channel, and I will see you again real soon for some reacts, reviews, and Muppet Mondays. Bye, Adorkable Buddies!